This is some Dinar Guru updates. Okay, from TNT, Wednesday morning update, May 20th, 2020. Iraqi TV is broadcasting that PM Al Kazimi has ordered to print new money to pay the citizens' salaries and that Iraq will borrow the funds to cover the deficit in the budget. A new law will allow them to defer the payment of loans until later. Okay, from courtesy of Dinar Guru, Pimpy said, I told you Al Kazimi is no joke. This guy is already going for the rest of his ministry, the rest of his cabinet to be voted on before the big holiday, which is coming up here real soon. There's a lot of energy in the Dinar community in hopes that the rate will change right on or before this holiday. I would be really grateful for that. I'm liking this guy a whole lot. Unlike the other people who drug their feet, this guy is like, look, this is it. We're doing this. We're moving forward. Looks like our boy Al Kazimi is going to get the rest of his cabinet members in there sometime this week or next week. KTFA Sampson said, went to banks tomorrow to complete payment of salaries before the Eid. The local government in Wazat Wednesday directed all banks in the government on Thursday and excluding them from vacation. The governor Muhammad Al-Mahi said in a statement that he had seen information that he directed all banks in the government to work on Thursday and exclude them from the holiday. Al-Mahdi added, this measure comes from the purpose of completing the payment of employees' salaries before Eid al-Fitr holiday. It is mentioned that the crisis cell in the government decided earlier on Thursday to consider every week an official holiday during the month of Ramadan. Okay, Samson, economists, Iraqi debt has exceeded $132 billion. Any new loan will be under severe conditions. The economic expert Salah Ahamash revealed on Wednesday that Iraq's internal debts exceeded $132 billion, indicating that the upcoming loans will be under very harsh terms and benefits for Iraq. Al-Hamash said in a statement to Information that successive governments in Iraq did not realize the extent of manipulating the capabilities of Iraq and investing the surplus funds from the high oil prices in investment and trade projects that contribute to reviving the economy. He added that Iraq is currently negotiating with donors not to pay the $11 billion due from previous loans, which amounted $132, in addition to the biggest crisis, which is payment of salaries. Almak said that talking about the reform of economic measures to revive economic useless because the government, any project economists, as soon as the rise in oil prices again. Noting that the next loans will be very harsh conditions, the benefits of great instability in Iraq, and the lack of strong credit, as well as high indebtedness he has. Don61 said a member of parliamentary finance reveals the size of Iraq's debts and is likely not to approve the 2020 budget. Okay, Baghdad today, he confirmed the parliamentary finance committee member Mohammed Dahar Tuesday, May 19, 2020, that Iraq's debt stood at $124 billion, while likely failure to approve the 2020 budget, and said Darahi during the host in a program, the shortest route provided by Nabil Jassim al-Shariqai News, Iraq's debt currently amounted to $124 billion, while expenditures in 2019 amounted to approximately 116 trillion dinars. Noting that the debts owed by Iraq include what we are owed by the Kuwait War. He added that the precious government erred when it agreed to reduce oil production because it caused great losses, calling on Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kazimi to take a decisive position on this decision after the appointment of the new oil minister, even if we had to leave the OPEC agreement. He pointed out that there are many solutions that must be followed to save the country from economic crisis it is going through, including preventing speculation with food and not importing products except the necessary things, as well as imposing control on the border ports by Iraqi government to ensure that unnecessary products are not imported. It is possible to achieve this by supporting the anti-terror agency because there are large militias controlling these outlets. He continued, the exchange rate of the currency must be changed and the direct sale to the citizens should be taken instead of the auction, and external relations must be exploited and work to improve them, stressing that it is necessary to review Iraq's decision on reducing oil and to return from it regardless of circumstances. On the budget, Daraji commented the circumstances Iraq is going through are difficult. The possibility of passing the 2020 budget so far is not certain. And that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.